can't handle the truth.
I have 4 words for you. I love this company. Yes!
So in this video, we're going to be talking about exclusives. One exclusive primarily. You guys already know what we're talking about. This video might seem similar to another video I've done, but I want you guys to keep in mind all of these comments were posted after E3 2016, meaning every last one of these Xbox fans knew about Project Scorpio, but they still wanted a PlayStation exclusive. Some of these comments were posted as late as August or September. So let's go through them real quick. This video isn't going to be long, but I want you to keep in mind the reason why, if the Xbox One Scorpio even comes out this year, why no one will care. So the first comment we're going to read is right here. This guy says, depends the games you want. Depends. I think he meant to say depends on the games you want, but he said depends on the games you want. Personally, Xbox, but finally getting a PS4 this year because of Spider-Man PS4. Now this was September 13th. September 13th. This month, when the dude made the decision to get Spider-Man PS4, which of course is probably coming out next year, which means this isn't his only exclusive he's actually gonna play on that system. He's saying that's his main focus, but once he gets the PS4, he will probably gradually play other exclusives leading up to Spider-Man PS4. Here we go with our next one. Q&A. Can we make a petition to get hashtag Spider-Man PS4 onto Xbox One? It was my most anticipated game until I sold my PS4 for an Xbox One. Now remember, this is August 14th of this year. Why anybody would sell their PS4 for Xbox One after E3 is beyond me. But maybe he was listening to a lot of his friends and he made a bad choice. A lot of people do that. So I feel sorry for him, but at least he admitted that he was wrong. Here's another one. Who's excited about hashtag Spider-Man PS4? Like this tweet for hope that this game comes for Xbox. It's not gonna happen, but you see his profile picture. Thought that was pretty funny. This one's August 6, 2016. This one says, at Insomniac Games, please, is there any way that Spider-Man PS4 will come to the Xbox One and PC? We already know that answer is no. They've been telling tons and tons of fanboys this for a good amount of months now. This one's where it's real funny. This guy, you guys know this guy. We covered this guy when I was doing these types of videos a couple months ago. But he is very funny. He's very persistent. This is what he says. At Marvel, could it be possible you can talk with Sony, at Sony, about making hashtag Spider-Man PS4 to also be on Xbox? I hope it's possible. Hashtag Spider-Man Xbox. Very persistent. Then he goes on to bug Insomniac Games with a similar question. At Insomniac Games, why take Spider-Man to the PS4? Would there be an Xbox One version down the line? I grew up with him on Xbox. Hashtag Spider-Man PS4. This is where it gets very interesting. Insomniac replied to him. Insomniac replied to the guy, and he, in turn, replied, I don't have that screenshot because... Let me basically put it this way. He gave up. He basically admitted that he was going to have to get the PS4. But I think it was in a sarcastic way when he said it. So it's up to him, the guy, if he really wants Spider-Man PS4, he knows what system he has to get it for. But let's read this. Because Marvel is working with Sony on this one, and Sony is publishing the game. It's as simple as that. That's why Spider-Man PS4 is only on PS4. It's very simple. Sony and Marvel are working together. Sony allowed Marvel to use Spider-Man and Captain America Civil War this summer. And in turn, you know, Tony Stark's and I think 1 or 2 more Avengers might be shown in the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out next year that Sony's doing. And they're hand in hand, and there's a video game involved, and we're getting that game exclusively. It's very cut and dry. It's very easy to understand. I don't really understand what's wrong with these guys. Why they can't understand this deal. Nobody is saying anything about Sunset Overdrive. Insomniac, by the way, made Sunset Overdrive exclusive to the Xbox One. We already knew what that was all about. We knew that that was never going to see the light of day on the PS4. There's not even a remote amount of gamers on the PS4 that begged for Sunset Overdrive the way that you guys are begging for Spider-Man. So don't even try to compare the two. I think we skipped one. Oh, here we go. Hashtag Spider-Man PS4. Come on. Make one for Xbox One at Xbox Australia at Xbox. Hashtag Spider-Man Xbox One. So shattered. So I guess he's really broken up about the fact that he knows he's never going to be able to play it on the Xbox One. But he's still dreaming, so it's pretty funny. Here's another guy. When at Insomniac Games says they want all their fans to feel the spider, well, some Spider-Man fans are on Xbox. Hashtag Spider-Man PS4. Hashtag Xbox One. Hashtag no PS4. So he basically admits right there he's not willing to get a PS4 for Spider-Man PS4. So he will be watching Rated D and Dobby Potter, myself, Somatic, and many other PlayStation Legion members, PlayStation Nation members as well, post Spider-Man gameplay in 1080p or up. So that's pretty much it. You guys can understand. This is just one example. It's a big example because these comments were posted after E3 2016. Xbox fans were still begging for Spider-Man, which is exclusive. Sometimes Xbox fans are vocal like that about exclusive they want on a system that they know they're never going to get. Sometimes they're quiet. The fact of the matter, they want them. And the fact of the matter, the Xbox One Slim, the Xbox One that is out right now, has no exclusives. Those games are on the PC. King of Fighters 14, tell me what system that game is on. PS4, right? Only on PS4. You have to have a PS4 to play King of Fighters 14. Days Gone, gonna be the same way. Horizon Zero Dawn, same way. Last Guardian, gonna be the same way. Crash Bandicoot remasters, gonna be the same exact fucking way. So when the Scorpio comes out, what's the point of buying it?
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. So you get nothing. You lose.
Guess what?